Sorbs, the ethnic minority inside Germany. Nearly every day between April and October, Bunar hops on a 9 meters long boat and peacefully navigates through a labyrinth of small waterways to deliver letters to around 65 homes that are otherwise very difficult to reach. The post has been delivered by a gondola-like boat for the past 124 years in the Spreewald. Bunar is a local postwoman in Lehde, a quiet 150-person village of marshy islands connected by footbridges, nestled in the lush Unesco biosphere reserve of the Spreewald. Located about 100 kilometers southeast of Berlin, this vast 47,500 hectare mosaic of meadows, forests and canals has few roads, boasts many hiking trails and is popular among tourists who want to escape the bustle of the German capital. The Spreewald's sleepy waterways have always been its lifeline, with wooden boats called Kahns plying the region's tangle of streams to transport cattle, crops and people for more than 1,000 years. Today, most farms own a small boat and an equally small dock, and for the past 124 years these canals have also been used to deliver mail. The Spreewald is a UNESCO biosphere spanning 47,500 hectares of meadows, forests and canals with few roads. It's nice when old traditions like these are carried on and revived, said Bunar, before heading out to deliver the day's post, which she has done for the past 10 years. But although Bunar, who has lived near the Spreewald for most of her life, often chats in German with locals and tourists alike, she regrets that she doesn't speak the region's second language, which forms an important part of its unique identity. That's because, in addition to sheltering 6,000 species of animals and plants, the Spreewald is also home to the Sorbs, the world's smallest Slavic ethnic group and one of Germany's 4 nationally recognized minorities, alongside Danes, Frisians and the German Sinti and Roma. Around 1,500 years ago, some of these tribes migrated to Lusatia, a historical region sometimes called Sorbian that straddled eastern Germany, western Poland and the northern tip of the Czech Republic. Over time, European empires and nations have come and gone, but the Sorbs have remained, a Slavic-speaking ethnic minority existing inside modern-day Germany. The Sorbs are a Slavic ethnic minority that have lived in modern-day Germany for roughly 1,500 years. In addition to German, Sorbs speak their own West Slavic languages. About 20,000 people in Saxony speak Upper Sorbian, which has similarities to Czech, while Brandenburg has around 5,000 speakers of Lower Sorbian, which has more in common with Polish. This means that as visitors slowly paddle through the Spreewald's tranquil canals in their hired punts or kayaks, they're likely to notice that public signs are bilingual. And if you ask locals, many will write their names and titles in both German and Sorbian. For many people, the language language is incredibly important, it's the main way of identifying with the Sorbs in general, said Fabian Kahns, a language expert at the Sorbian Institute, a research facility that specializes in Sorbian history and culture, located in the town of Bautzen, or Bautzen in Upper Sorbian, which is commonly known as the Sorbs' spiritual and political heart today. The town of Bautzen is one of the major hubs of Sorbian culture. I met Kahns in his garden in the small Saxon village of Crostwitz, or Pansissi, one of a cluster of 5 villages near Bautzen that is commonly described as a Sorb stronghold, located about 100 kilometers south of Lehde. Here, as Kahns explained, Sorbian is not only spoken by older generations, but is also an everyday language used in supermarkets and among the region's 7,000 inhabitants. We're still lucky here that there are people who feel this is a normal language of communication and don't have to think about it too much, but simply speak it off the cuff, he said. One of the reasons Sorbs have been able to preserve their culture and language is that this sparsely populated, strongly Catholic community is surrounded by fields and hills and is difficult to reach by public transport. This uniqueness is also felt in the village of Crostwitz, known locally as Crostwitz. Crostwitz, or Crostwitz, roughly 90% of residents are Sorbian. And according to Katarina Jerk, the head of the Sorbian School Association, all 60 students in the local primary school in Crostwitz learn Sorbian as their mother tongue and German as a second language. But, Jerk stressed, young families are placing increasing importance on passing on not only the language, but other Sorbian traditions to younger generations. That's because, throughout German history the Sorbs have managed to preserve a rich cultural heritage all their own. They are well known across the nation for their masterfully crafted Easter eggs, which families patiently decorate and color each year in March and April. Bunar said this is one of the Sorbian traditions she particularly likes to practice with children in the Spreewald. Bunar said it's important for her to contribute so that these traditions can be kept alive, just like delivering the post by barge. Over time, countries have come and gone, but the Sorbs have remained in the Spreewald.